Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the Truck Podcast. Jerry Curl bringing you today's episode. Bringing you every day's episode. Bringing you every episode. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for everything you do. I want to start out a little bit different on this one. I know there's a lot of negative in the news. I know there's a lot of negative targeted towards the transportation in the news. I want you to know one thing. We believe in you. We love you. We appreciate you, and we know who you are. Yeah, I know there's people out there in every industry, regardless if you like it or not, in every industry, every sector, there's people that just don't do things the way they're supposed to be doing. They don't do it right. They're not professional. For you listening to this podcast, I know you are. You hold that integrity up. You keep doing what you're doing because we love what you're doing. And you love what you're doing. And if you're one of the ones that isn't doing what you're supposed to be doing, then don't listen to this podcast. I don't want you listening to it. This is for high achievers, professional people, the people to get things done the right way. Trust, self-worth, respect, commitment, discipline. They're not stuck in life. They're not stuck anywhere, but doing great things. So I'm going to remind you, if you're one of them guys that don't do it, you can quit listening now. And for you that want to do and create great things and great lives and improve this industry, keep listening. Because I can assure you 100% the people that buy into what I have to say will improve your life. I proved it myself. I'm living proof. I've got living proof otherwise, besides me. This isn't about me. It's about you. And that's why I want to make this podcast about you. You make up the industry. Great industries are made of great people. Great people do great things. And that's why I want to make sure today I come to you, because this week I wanted to make sure I talk to you about the health. And I want to dig into the diabetes and the dementia. What I want to go back and talk about more in depth about, because I become more educated. And I thought, light bulb, I understand why it's so frequent in this industry. But I want you to know one thing. Just as a steering wheel steers that truck, guides your truck down the road, your mind guides your life, guides your truck. And just as every small correction of that steering wheel, every small correction in your mind does the same thing. It's not no huge shift all at once. If you do that with the steering wheel, you crash. And you do it in your life, you never stick to it. It's the small adjustments to the steering wheel, like the small adjustments to your life, that make the huge changes. You don't need a gym membership. Your health doesn't start with a diet plan. Your health doesn't start with a gym membership. Your health doesn't start with some giant overhaul like on your engine. The real transformation in your life starts with the small change in your mind. Not no big, massive move that you think you got to do things. And you lose hope because you think you have to do these great things and have this membership, and I can't join the gym. I can't eat healthy. I can't do this. Listen to yourself. You can't. You lose before you even get started. Professionals, listen to me. Just start today. Today is the best day. Someday never shows up. Tomorrow never gets here. Today is always here for you if you're listening right now. I want you to know these things that we've been doing in our life been damaging our health. We didn't know better. We were uneducated. The foods that we were eating, the things that we were drinking. We listened to all these commercials and all these marketers, and they fought for our mind space. And they took our money. And guess what? Now we've got the high blood pressure, the obesity, sleep apnea, diabetes, dementia. You name it. This means we've got to get this turned around. We've got to get educated. And that's what I want to do. I just want to build some education. But I know one thing. Before we get education, we have the right mindset. Education, motivation, inspiration. You tie them three things together. Commitment, consistency, and discipline, you'll win. education, motivation, and inspiration. You'll win every single time. This isn't about not eating the cheeseburger, not drinking the pop. This is about changing your mind, educating why. Just like you put that transmission in the first gear to take off, that's where we start. You don't stay there long. You build the momentum up to move to second gear. And when we move that momentum in our life, we'll move up to the next level. Stop seeing yourselves where you're at today. Stop seeing yourselves where you've been. Stop seeing yourself going nowhere. Start seeing yourself, the person, professional that you want to be. This matters because your health matters. Your future matters. Your vision matters. It's not too late for you. You're not too far gone. You're not too old. You can choose right now to change your life. Change your mind. Your body is going to follow your mind. Your health is everything. If you think eating healthy is expensive, try living unhealthy when you're older. The medications, the health care, the personal assistance, all these things. I want to make sure we address these things now because we're laying the future foundation for us and the generations, as I tell you. All these big problems that we have today start out as small little things. I'll get a little more sleep tomorrow than ever comes. Just a little more sugar, a little more stress, a little less patience, a little more inflammation, no big deal, a little more fatigue. I've been tired before. But you know what the problem is? That goes on for months, weeks, days, hours. You know what they turn into? Years, decades, a lifestyle. Then you lose hope. That's just the way it's supposed to be. Then you even forget the bottle of water exists in the cooler. You go for the pop, the sugary drink, because that's what you're so used to. Or the fried food instead of the grilled food. All these little things that your mind drives, that you do unconsciously, you don't even know it. And when you encompass this all in a sedentary lifestyle, where you're sitting there all day, stressed out looking out the window because of home, the traffic, nobody values you. You feel bad about yourself because you put on weight. You feel bad because you're tired. I want to turn that around. I want to make sure we get that turned around. Because there is the power in action that creates traction. You will never start that journey unless you get started. And that start takes with one step. That one step never happens without one decision, one change in your mindset to start living healthier. You know, the backaches, the blood clots, the problems we have in our legs. You know, I learned, and we're going to talk about it. Your legs are the second hearts of your body. Your legs pump the blood back up to your brain, where your brain consumes up to 40% of your oxygen. That's why it's so important. I want you to understand, just because you drive and you sit doesn't mean that you can't live healthy, you can't exercise, that you can't be fit. You have to create the activity. You have to create the operating system to succeed in your mind. Get on, walk around, you stretch, body weights, resistance bands, 5-minute breaks here and there. Get that blood pumping, get your heart rate up, wake them muscles up, hug yourself. A hug is a transfer of energy. Hug yourself, it stretches you out. It teaches your body, I'm still alive. Hey, I'm alive. I'm thriving. I'm not surviving. You know, many of you warm the truck up in the middle of winter when it's 20 below zero. Why don't you do the same with your body? Never ignore the warm up, the preventive maintenance. You can't ignore your body. Your body, it's all you have. It's all you have. Stress. The constant stress that makes you feel emotionally weak, it affects everything. Your sleep, your cravings, your food, your blood pressure, your mood, your recovery, your decision-making. Decisions, the mind. Do you see how the mind's tied into all this? It changes the way you think, the way you eat, the way you act, the way you respond. Yeah. You eat because you're stressed. You're not eating because you're hungry. You're eating because you're exhausted. You're irritable because of traffic that you know is going to be there. Like there's not traffic in Chicago or Atlanta today. Hello. You're mentally overloaded. You're just tired. You work hard. You're a professional. You're the ones that don't make the news. You're the ones that are the hidden heroes. As I often tell you, many professionals want to play under the lights on their court, on the grass fields, on the wooden courts. Yours is the asphalt highway behind the lights at night that we so often take for granted. We say thank you. So I want you to find time to get out, take some breaths, fresh air, do some walking, do some stretches, build a little bit of recovery. Choose the right discipline in food, the high proteins. Read that food label. If it has added sugar, forget it. I know it's difficult, but forget it. The best foods, even the ones without a food label. Go to the grocery store. Does the meat, the steak, the chicken have a food label on it? No. You know why? It's chicken. It's beef. It's fish. Stay away from the added sugars. Limit your carbs. Drink water. When your brain is just a few percent dehydrated, it affects 10, 20% of your overall cognitiveness. And then when we roll this into an environment where you seem to get poor sleep, it's not laziness. You're exhausted. One of your most tools in your toolbox should be sleep, the 7 hours. And I'm going to get into that when we can talk about that dementia. Because I want to remind you, this is the groundwork for later in the week about talking about diabetes and dementia. And I talked about this diabetes before, the 4 horsemen. Diabetes is the precursor of what? Cancer, cardiovascular, dementia. And dementia is a form of Alzheimer's, just 70% of most cases are, or Alzheimer's. Let me get that. Alzheimer's is 77%. I'm going to start this over. Alzheimer's is 70% diagnosed in dementia cases. It is a form of dementia. That's how rampant this is. When you're sleep deprived, it affects your brain. When we go to bed at night, when I talk to you about taking out the trash, it takes out the trash. Your body creates the chemicals that clean your brain. Then all them things that day get solidified to create your memory. What do you remember the most? That's why I want you to be focused. There's no multitasking. Because when you're sleep deprived, you'll have more cravings for junk food, more irritability, the impulsive eating, less patience, movement, clarity. I could go on. A tired mind is a terrible thing to fight. It's a weapon formed against you. You have to protect it. You are in control of your mind. Your mind is your superpower. And that mind is in direct correlation to the nutrition and hydration you put into it. Stay away from the sugars, the caffeines, the junk food, the dyes. A healthier nutrition, healthier driver, healthier industry. Mentally, physically, spiritually, professionally, I'm telling you. Shop somewhere besides a fuel stop. Fuel goes in the fuel tank. Your best food is not at a fuel stop. They're going to sell you junk to make money off of you. I'm sorry to say it. But we have to understand that we got to get this turned around and start to prevention before the diagnosis kicks in. Once you're diagnosed, it's not too late. But we want to catch it before the diagnosis, because a lot of times the diagnosis can only be slowed. Prevention before the diagnosis is prevention it all at once. It's being true to you. Which side of the road do you live on? The high road or the low road? You deserve the high road. That's why I'm bringing this to you. I don't want you to live in fear. I don't want you to live in guilt. I don't want you to live in shame. But I want you to live with one thing, a goal in mind that you're going to improve your life, because nobody else is coming to do it for you. The only one that's going to change your life is you. That's why we're having a conversation today. Because it's going to get deeper this week. And I want you to know one thing. Great people make up great industries. And for you professionals that are out there pouring into it every day, we thank you. You do great things. We see the great things. I don't care what they put on TV. They post a few bad apples. I know many of you do the great things. We love you. We appreciate you. And I want you to keep doing them things, because sooner or later we will override the poor sleep, the poor health, the sedentary lifestyle, all these other things, because you decided to make the change. I want you to know one thing. We're here for you. You need any information? Email us, thrive@beyondthetruck.com. Continue to pour into us. We're going to keep coming to you. I hope you got something out of this. It's your mindset that will drive it. Your nutrition, go for the high proteins, low carbs, no added sugar. Forget the carbonated drinks, forget the sugary drinks, go for the water. And you have to move. Get out, hug yourself, stretch a little bit, and do a little bit of walking. Before you know it, maybe you're doing jogging. Stretch, do some weights, some cardio, do something. We love you, appreciate you. In the show notes, you will find our link to our link tree. Be great, be safe, and keep tuning in. Keep doing what you're doing. Love you.